Hi everyone, this is Migs from Sneaks and Ball PH, and today we have a video that's sort of different because it is my birthday today, and I asked in our Sneaker Hunters Facebook group if you guys would want me to do a Q&A video, and they did oblige and sent me quite a few questions, so we will be answering them today. And I'd also like to thank everyone because we just reached 1,000 subscribers. And I'd just like to thank everyone who subscribed to the channel, everyone who likes the videos, comments on them, and everyone who watches them wherever you are in the world. Thank you. And we will have a giveaway for the 1,000 subscribers, so I'll just have to give you guys the mechanics in a future video, so please stay tuned for that. So I guess we'll go right into it. I'm gonna be reading them off my phone because my memory kind of sucks. How old are you this coming January? That comes from Sir Gemwell. And I will be 25, so yes, quarter life crisis times. It's also kind of the prime, so get ready because I'm only gonna go up from here, hopefully. And then this other one is from Gio. So Gio is one of my close friends and a fellow YouTuber as well. So if you guys want more, different views and other shoes, and you want some more performance reviews, he also does them as well on the Unorthodox YouTube channel. So check him out if you'd like. He asks, "Do you have beaters? If so, if so, do show your go-to grocery kicks." So my go-to grocery kicks, surprisingly, are these guys. This is the Jordan 9. The only reason why they are my go-to grocery kicks is, they still have polyurethane, so they're not the most comfortable thing in the world. The materials aren't that premium compared to other Jordans, but what makes this my go-to is the fast fit, or no, not the fast fit, that's the Kobe and the Jordan thing. The speed lacing on the Jordan 9. This is what I like about it. It's really easy. You just put your foot in and then you just yank on the top laces, tie them, and you're good to go. That's kind of what makes them my go-to. But I also do have some beaters, and these are probably my most loved pair of beaters. And this was the time when mids weren't a hot thing, so I actually just walked into a Nike store and bought these. These are the Jordan 1 Mid New Loves, and I just really love this shoe. It speaks to me a lot because I like Bumblebee, and it's black and yellow, so you know what it is. Yeah, these are my beaters. I've done everything in them. I've even tried playing basketball in these, and you can get away with it if you have the right insole. But yeah, these are my beaters, and the Jordan 9s would be my go-to grocery kicks. Then Sir Carlo, he asked quite a few questions. So, what is the GOAT shoes for you? My pair, like for my preference, I really love the Kobe 8. I know a lot of people like the Kobe 6 and love the traction on the Kobe 9. But for me, I just really like the Kobe 8. It's so lightweight, and when the Lunarlon is pretty new, it's really comfortable underfoot. And then he also asks, what's the best shoe line except for Jordans? I'd also have to go with the Kobe's. It's just because they have so many good performing shoes in the line. You have the Kobe 1. The 4 is also really good. Might lack a little bit of cushion for my taste, but the 5s are nice. The 6 is good. The 8 is my favorite. Then you have the 9 with the all-time great traction. The 10s were okay. Then the 11s were pretty good as well. So, it's a pretty consistent signature shoe line, which is why it's probably the best aside from, MJ's line. Then who else? Like, which NBA star or upcoming star should have a shoe line? I think I'm gonna have to go with Luka because, I think he really is the next big thing. I mean, if he isn't already. And, Jordan deserves to have another signature athlete. I remember, having the Chris Paul shoes, and my brother had the Melo shoes from Jordan, and it was pretty cool, and I'm waiting on them to do that again. And hopefully they do it with Luka or maybe Zion. So, second answer would probably be Zion. Best basketball shoe outside of Nike and Jordan brand. And Adidas brand. So I think he's asking for a brand. I think if I were to be completely honest, I think I'd go with Anta. Anta has really good stuff, like the clay line. They also had the Rondo line, which doesn't get much popularity anymore, but they were really good as well. You have the Gordon Haywards, which the one was really good, and two looks really good as well. I am going to try and get a pair of those, but we shall see. So yeah, I think I'm going with Anta. There's also a lot of other really good brands. Like of course, you have the Chinese brands like Li-Ning, 361. You also have Puma. What else? Yeah, there's a lot. And then oh, this is from France. France, I met him in my on-the-job training. Fun times. 2021 NBA playoff bracket predictions. This is quite a loaded question, and I wanted to make this as spontaneous as possible. So I didn't really give it that much thought, but playoff bracket from the top of my head, I'll start with the East. The East, probably number 1, Brooklyn. Number 2, the Sixers. I hope they hang on because they started out strong, but COVID happened. 3, I think I'd go with the Heat. Then 4, the Celtics. 5 would be the Pacers. 6 would be the Hawks. 7 would be the Magic. Am I forgetting anyone? Who would be the 8th? Who would be the 8th? Wait, this is quite awkward. Who would be the 8th? I mean, the 8th. Dark horse pick. I'm going to pick the Bulls. I'm going to pick the Bulls. And do I really bid? Oh wait, I'm kidding. I forgot the Bucks. Jesus. One more time. So, I'm going 1 Brooklyn, 2 the Sixers, 3 the Bucks, 4 the Celtics, 5 Heat, 6 Pacers, 7 Hawks, and 8 is Orlando. So that's for the East. Then for the West, I'm gonna have to go 1 Lakers, 2 Clippers, 3 I have faith in Denver bouncing back, so 3 Denver, 4 Phoenix, 5 Dallas, 6 Utah, 7 Portland, then 8 Warriors. So that's my bracket. I don't want to get into the semis, and maybe for another Q&A. And then Gio also had a follow-up question to that. He asked NFL playoff predictions. So we just finished the wildcard weekend. So we have the Chiefs and the Browns. So I got the Chiefs. The Browns have been playing well, but I do have the Kansas City Chiefs advancing. Then we have Lamar Jackson and the Ravens versus the Bills. The Bills have been playing really well, but I have faith in Lamar Jackson, so Ravens there. Then Kansas City over Baltimore in the AFC. So Kansas City is making it to the Super Bowl. Then on the other side, we have the Saints and the Buccaneers. I'm going with the Saints. I think the Saints just have a little more to give than the Buccaneers. Then we have the Packers. Yeah, we have... Who are the Packers against? We have the Packers versus the Rams. The Rams defense was really good. But I think the Packers are going to win. And then Packers over the Saints. So I have the Packers making the Super Bowl. But I have the Kansas City Chiefs beating the Packers in the Super Bowl, making them back-to-back, champions. So, I don't know. That's just my take. So, don't quote me on this, and don't, take this against me in the future. Then, Okay, we have another question. It says, what's your opinion about the Pinoy or the Filipino resale market? Also, what's your take on nakachamba sa raffle tapos benta agad try lang? So, for everyone who's watching this abroad, what he meant is when you get lucky on sneakers and then you just sell it to try it. Um, uh, Resellers are a very touchy topic because there are resellers that are good. Like for me, like when I have shoes that I really want to get, such as the classic Jordans, like a pair of Jordan 2012s, a pair of Jordan 20s or 21s. There's really no other way to get them than for resale. But I guess what he's talking about is the resellers who just buy shoes to sell them. I really am not a fan because it seems like such an weird way to earn money because there's other ways for you to do it. You can put up your own business. Of course, you can get a job. And, relying on a raffle or like having to bought stuff out just so that you can make money based on high demand for shoes. Not really a fan of those. So, I'm really not a fan of the resale market when it comes to, really hype sneakers. But there is a place for resellers, and me as someone who likes to collect shoes, I appreciate resellers because sometimes they're the only way for me to get a shoe that's like pretty old. Then we have another question. What made you decide to start your own YouTube channel? So I actually brought these out because I read the question in advance a little bit. But these are a pretty beat up pair of shoes. They're pretty ugly and worn out and definitely not usable. Like if I walk around, these are gonna fall apart. It's actually kind of gross, so I'll get these out of the way. But these are the LeBron 9 in the Summit Lake Hornets colorway. And I got these over at Titan when they were still like 1 or 2 years old. And I was really excited for these shoes because for one, they looked really cool. But then when I started playing it, it was kind of painful for my foot and it would give me blisters because of the fuse on the forefoot. And that's when I realized, like, yo, I need to start watching some performance reviews. And it really helped me out because, for one, I would only get one shoe a year. And if you only get one shoe a year, you gotta make sure that it's a really good pair, or else you're gonna play the whole season in a pair that either hurts your foot, doesn't fit right, has no cushion, or has very lackluster traction, and none of us really want that. So my experience with the LeBron 9 was just, it was such a nice looking shoe, but it was so hard to play in it, and I had to just suck it up and play in it for 12 months because that was my only option at the time. And from then on, I would always just watch reviews, and that's kind of why I do the channel. It's just I want to make sure that you guys get the value for your money that you guys want, since there are so many shoes and I just want you to get the right one for you. So that's why I decided to start my own channel. And then, who's your favorite basketball shoe vlogger or reviewer? That's pretty simple. It's Nightwing2303 from Wear Testers, because he is really one of the OGs. And then another question from Sir Kevin. He asks, what makes you a sneakerhead, or first shoe to become a sneakerhead? This question is pretty interesting because sneakerheads have a very weird culture that we kind of sort of push people away, and I don't really want that to happen. So my answer to this is, you don't really need a specific shoe to become a sneakerhead. I think what makes you a sneakerhead is be open to, like, all the kinds of sneakers that exist. You may be a fan of boat shoes, dress shoes, running shoes. If you like sneakers, then I guess you can kind of consider yourself a sneakerhead, and don't let anyone else tell you otherwise, because football cleats are sneakers. Well, no, they're shoes. You don't really call them sneakers, but you get what I mean. If you're into shoes, then I guess for me, you are a sneakerhead. Then from my good friend Carl, He helps with the channel out. He helps me out a lot with the channel. Um, he says most iconic moments in NBA history, both regular season and playoffs. Most iconic moments, playoffs, is the shot by MG, the shot by Michael Jordan, which is here behind me. Um, that's why it's iconic, because I have a poster of it. And definitely one of the most iconic NBA playoff moments. Then, of course, playoff moments, the block by LeBron in the 2016 NBA Finals, followed by Kyrie's shot. But it's just LeBron's block was so unique in terms that it was a defining defensive play in the finals, which you don't really see often. And then most iconic moments in the regular season, I pretty much just have two, and that would be two things that I think won't be done ever again. So you have Kobe's 81-point game. That's one. I don't really see, I mean, as good as James Harden, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant is at scoring, no one's getting to 81. I swear. And then the other one is, of course, the T-Mac, 13 points in however many seconds that was. That was insane, and that is never going to happen again. And then my good friend Justin said, I answer questions 2, 5, and 7. Okay. So, question 2. What purchase of $100 or less has most positively impacted your life in the last 6 months? Okay. This is quite a specific question. $100 or less. $100 or less. $100 would be 5,000 pesos. So, I'm gonna go with a pretty silly answer, but it's my jogger pants. Because I do have pretty thick thighs, and jeans are not my friend, nor are any other kinds of pants. So, when I got myself some jogger pants from, I think, Converse, it was pretty, life changing. I haven't gone to the office in any other kind of pants ever. So, there, jogger pants. Then question number 5. What is one of your best or most worthwhile investments you've ever made? Could be an investment of money, time, energy, etc. The channel. So that's definitely the most worthwhile thing since we have reached 1,000 subs. So thank you everyone, and it was just so worthwhile for me, and it will always continue to be worthwhile. Then in the last 5 years, what new belief, behavior, or habit has most improved your life? I'm not sure if it's a new belief or like deleting an old belief. I think I can answer it that way. So I kind of deleted the belief that life was unfair to me, because it's life, it's kind of like life is unfair to everyone. It's just not just me. So I should stop with all of the self-pity and whatnot, and just go along and work hard and let the chips fall where they may. So I guess that's it. Like life is not just unfair to me, it's unfair to all of us, and it's definitely how we respond as individuals, and how we respond together. So yeah. And then last question is from my girlfriend. So I'd like to thank her for supporting me too, and she just wanted me to answer what my favorite childhood memory is. And my favorite childhood memory is when my mom rented out a court in, a full court for like the whole afternoon. We had a table on the side with pizza and some soda. And it was just such an awesome day. I invited my classmates, some of my batchmates, and some of my relatives as well. And it was just such a happy day, and kind of really got me started, loving basketball, because it was just super fun. And from that point on, it was just me and basketball, and nothing else. So there, I guess those were the few questions that came in. I once again thank everyone, since we did reach 1,000 subscribers, and coincidentally enough, it came around 2 days before my birthday. So would you look at that? So I just like to thank everyone once again, and there will be a lot more reviews coming your way. So there you have it, guys. That was just my question and answer portion on the channel. If you like this video, please make sure to leave a thumbs up down below. Then if you have any comments, questions, or any suggestions for the channel, please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below as well. Then if you haven't already yet, please make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon for notifications. It would help us out a lot here at Sneaks and Ball PH.